It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. It is Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It is October the 27th. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm here alongside Paul Fletcher.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Ryder.
Where is Aaron right now?
He's real sad.
Yeah, he's real sad.
Aaron. Poor
Man, I enjoyed the little bit I saw, and I recognized what was going down. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's get the week off and running. I'm ready for some headlines as I'm feeling Minnesota, Paul Fletcher.
All right. Authorities say a man who was a person of interest in the disappearance of Mason City News reporter Jody Husentrut was responsible for a murder in Wisconsin. Wood County law enforcement closed the investigation into Deidre Harm's death and found Christopher Revak responsible. However, Mason City police say they found no evidence linking Revak to Jody's disappearance, which remains still unsolved.
Oof, boy.
This thing is nuts.
It is nuts.
I watched the documentary that came out, not that long ago.
Yeah.
All new to me, as I was not around here when all that went down. But my gosh, what a compelling and awful story.
Right.
Absolutely. French police say they have arrested two men in connection with the October 19th jewel heist at the Louvre, which saw 8 precious pieces, including crowns with thousands of diamonds, stolen. One suspect was detained at the airport while trying to flee to Algeria. The other was caught while heading to Mali. Both are French nationals, known to authorities for past burglaries, and trace DNA evidence from a helmet left at the scene was matched to one of them. Investigators are still looking for at least 2 other suspects and the stolen jewels, which remain missing. Authorities say the theft amounted to around $102 million in value.
$102 million, and you couldn't remember to bring your helmet with you.
Right.
Throw that bad boy in the Seine as you're cruising by on your scooter getaway vehicle.
That's right.
Come on, fellas.
How do you overlook that?
How do you get on an airplane and try to leave the country? Just go bunk down in a barn somewhere for a year. What the hell's wrong with these people?
Dude, and it's going to be probably decades before they can actually sell these jewels. This stuff is hot.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Amazing that they have the brains to, get through most of this, and then that is what gets them. An anime film called Chainsaw Man won the weekend box office with $17.2 million its first weekend in North America. Black Phone 2 dropped to number 2 with $13 million. That one's already been in theaters, followed by Regretting You with $12.8 million. And this brings us, finally, to the much-hyped Springsteen biopic, Deliver Me From Nowhere, came in at a disappointing 4th, bringing in only $9.1 million.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, kind of surprising.
I don't know. I mean, it just always felt more like a Netflix thing to me anyway.
Yeah, it very much seems like something you could stream.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
On this day, October 27th, 1975, Bruce Springsteen made history. He became the first rock star to be on the cover of both Time and Newsweek in the same week.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, Born to Run was obviously the breakthrough. A guy from Time, Jay Cox, great music writer for Time, found out through the grapevine that Maureen Orth was writing a story for Newsweek, and he was like, hang on, this guy is going to be the thing, and we can't let them stump us, we can't let them beat us.
Of course.
And next thing you know, they both come out the same day, and in 1975, in case you're wondering, Time and Newsweek were the 2 biggest news magazines in America, weeklies, and bang! This dude from New Jersey was on the cover of both.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everybody was like, what the hell is this all about? For my money, yeah, okay, cool.
Nice work.
Good job, Bruce. Way to go.
A star is born, as they say.
That's what that was. And then, of course, both articles touched on the fact that, it's now an era of media creating superstars. Like, there was a bit of a thing of we're getting away from the music speaking for itself, and now if you got the right PR team behind you, anybody can be famous. And it was kind of like, well, you put him on the cover, guys. You both did that. Yeah. Anyway,
Right.
Anyway, good days for the boss. And then 50 years later, there's a stinking movie about the guy in theaters.
Travail Kitchen and Amusements has brought back their immersive Halloween dining experience. The noted eatery in downtown Robbinsdale transforms their basement bar into a haunted, quote, nightmarish carnival of chaos where Travail's chefs are serving up an immersive experience now through November 15th. Have either of you eaten at Travail?
No.
It is not budget friendly, is my understanding.
It is not. It is not. not, but it's
expensive.
Yeah, it's. I've done it twice. It was one of those things where we just made a decision, like we're going to spend the money, and it was unbelievable. I don't think you'll regret it. It is expensive, but I don't think you'd regret spending the money. An AI gun detection system accidentally mistook a bag of chips for a gun in Baltimore. Kenwood High School student Taki Allen says he ate a bag of chips while waiting with friends after football practice and then crumpled it up and put it in his pocket. He said about 20 minutes later, police approached him and told him to get down on the ground before cuffing him. Police told him the school's AI system detected a gun, which turned out to be a bag of Doritos. The school superintendent said the system did its job, but Allen says, I quote, don't think a bag of chips should be mistaken for a gun at all. The inaccuracy of the system was not commented on by officials.
Well, sure it wasn't.
Yeah.
What kind of nonsense are we walking ourselves into?
Right.
AI
robots, call balls and strikes, mow my lawn, shovel my driveway.
There you go.
That's what I want you to do.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Leave my Doritos out of it.
Yeah, no doubt. Eddie Van Halen's Kramer ad guitar sold at Sotheby's on Friday for $2.7 million. It was dubbed that because Eddie was photographed holding it in an ad for the guitar company. Makes sense. Care to guess where this thing came in? $2.7 million, where it came in as far as expensive guitars ever sold publicly go?
If it sold for $2.7 million, then that is number 6 all time.
Really?
Ryder?
I'll say number 3.
6 is right. I don't know how you
there you
nailed
go.
that.
Completely blind luck. Wow. Just absolutely no reason for me to say that other than every now and again, even a blind squirrel catches a nut.
Do you guys know the number 1 all time?
No.
Is it a Hendrix guitar?
It's not. I was actually kind of surprised. Of all the guitar gods we've had,
Kurt
Cobain's Martin D18E from Unplugged.
It wasn't that long ago. I remember that story.
$6 million in 2020.
Yeah.
If the company you work for uses the computer platform Microsoft Teams, which many do these days to stay in touch, keep your head on a swivel, because the program might soon update your physical location as soon as you connect to the organization's Wi-Fi. So if you're not in the office, your bosses will know. Industry insiders say the feature will roll out in December of this year.
All right, enough fun and games.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing we got that unauthorized Slack channel going on here.
That's right.
No kidding.
Are you carving a pumpkin this week?
No.
Here's a quick tip anyway, courtesy of the all-knowing TikTok.
Here's a PSA. Don't cut the stem off your pumpkin. It will rot much faster. No. Instead, cut its butt off. Grab all those butt guts. It's easy.
Butt
easy.
Guts is not a bad name for a band.
No, it's not.
Butt guts, yeah. That's fair.
By the way, I've been on that one for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never cut a stem off.
That was pointed out to me many years ago. Like, no, just cut the bottom out and do it that way. And then that cool stem is there forever.
What?
Yeah, man.
And so you literally chop off the bottom of it and let it sit?
Well, you can cut a hole. You can do just like you do on the stem. You just cut a hole and just do it from the other side. Leave the stem attached.
And that, all right. Okay.
Does anybody do the squirrel thing where you put like some peanut butter on and then let the squirrels eat the face so it looks extra scary?
Ooh, good one. No, I've never done that.
That's
or
creepy.
you could also just cut this hole in the side and just turn that towards the back. There's a million ways to do it without removing the top where the stem is. Is all I'm saying. Yeah. Someone pointed that out to us years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, good tip. Right on. Look at how long those pumpkins last now.
Hell yeah.
This shows how dumb I am. I thought they actually meant cutting the stem off. Like, you're still cutting the hole up top, but then actually cutting the stem off. That's what I thought they meant.
No.
Yeah, they mean just don't cut the hole at all in the top of the pumpkin.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm kind of dense sometimes.
Just a little coffee, bud. I'm telling you, get on the coffee train. It'll help.
It's not going to happen.
Okay, fair enough.
I've tried.
That's all right. Let it go.
All right.
The Minnesota Wolves, the Timberwolves, last night, not great. When about 3 minutes in, Anthony Edwards left with a hamstring.
Not good.
Not good at all. However, Julius Randle was like, that's all right, I got it. And he put up 20 points in the first half.
Hey.
They beat the Pacers last night, 114-110.
Nice.
Dante was 17 points. Naz Reid, 16 and 10. I mean, solid team effort right there. They have the Denver Nuggets in town tonight.
Okay.
It's a pretty good basketball team. That's going to be a bit of a barn burner. Real quick note, around the NBA, Cooper Flagg is a rookie with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yes.
He played 1 season at Duke. Last night, he became the youngest starter in NBA history to get a 20-point game with 0 turnovers.
Wow.
22 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. He will be on December 21st, 19.
Oh, geez.
He should be a freshman in college right now. He came out of high school a year early.
Wow.
Which means last year, at this time, he was 17 when he was dominating for Duke. He's a freak. He is trouble
a freak.
for a really, really long time.
Just going to go start digging my grave right now.
Ugh.
Man.
Gotta be a smart dude, too, to get through high school and on to college to play ball.
Well, he went to high school in Maine. The Minnesota Wild, not looking great, guys. Not looking great. We're 3-5-2 after 10 games. Last night, losing to the lowly Sharks in a shootout.
Sharks are on the rise.
Nah.
They are.
Nah.
No, they're putting it together. They got a lot of good young talent.
Saturday night, dropped a game to the Mammoth 6-2. Man, that's
ugly.
a rough weekend over at the old Gino, man.
Ugh.
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, not looking good. We know what to do, guys. We just got to do it. That's just basically what they all say.
That's really good coaching.
We
Score
know.
goals? Is that what we need to do?
When we're playing good hockey, it all connects, and then we just got to remember to come out and do it all 3 periods. They say a lot of that kind of stuff right now.
They do. They do.
In football, the Vikings will go to Detroit this week to face the Lions, who have had a bye, so that's always nice. Give those guys a rest. The Bears lost to Baltimore. That would be the Ravens without Lamar Jackson, so very much still the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Glad to see.
Wow.
And then, of course, as Ryder referenced briefly, the Packers went to Pittsburgh last night and punked the Steelers, who suddenly do look like a very mid-team.
Yeah.
If Lamar Jackson were healthy, I don't think anybody would be looking at the Steelers and thinking playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
But there is still a chance. Jordan Love, not a bad game. Pretty good, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, it's the Packers.
Yeah, you know what?
What are you going to do? It's just one of them things, Hey, Northfield. What's up, Northfield?
I like Northfield. It's a
Man,
good spot.
It's a good
really
spot.
good spot.
Great place to be, even better place to be from. That's what they tell me.
I have an aunt that used to live there. It's a wonderful little town.
We got a Monday morning mixtape we got to put together, guys.
Yeah.
Monday morning mixtape from Gorman in the Morning. We would invite you to let us know your submissions on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line 651-989-ROCK. Let's just go ahead and kick this bad boy off. How about songs that'll give you goosebumps?
Ooh.
Yeah, you heard me. Songs
that.
that give you goosebumps.
Gorman in the Morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the Morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the Morning. It's time for a Monday morning mixtape. We're thinking about songs that give you goosebumps. For whatever reason, but generally because they creep you out or make you a little nervous. How about that?
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yep. I get it.
651-989-ROCK. Let us know the songs that give you goosebumps. We'll load this bad boy up. We'll give you a shout out if you make the final cut.
Absolutely.
Paul Fletcher, what comes to mind?
So I applied your rules of don't think.
Yep.
First thing that comes to mind, 9 Inch Nails. The song's called Piggy.
Piggy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Little creepy. Little moody.
It's just everything about the production is unsettling.
9 Inch Nails.
I mean, it's just the whole atmosphere of it makes my
man.
spine tingle.
This one just makes me happy.
There you go.
Like,
Now you're talking.
I mean, you could go with Closer too, but this one, I don't know.
I
This
put
one
this
seemed-
one on in my headphones to fall asleep. Like,
Oh, sure.
I
Wow.
think Piggy's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, pig, all my fears came true.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the fact
Black
that you
and
say
blue
Piggy.
and broken bones. Wow, fair enough. Ryder, I mean, there's no shortage of songs that would give someone goosebumps.
I'm not even sure what the hell she thinks is creepy.
I went traditional on this one. Nick
Yeah.
Cave and the Bad Seeds, such a great name for a band.
Yep.
Yeah.
The song is Red Right Hand.
Yeah, and
course.
before they co-opted it for Peaky Blinders, I was really happy when I turned that show on. I was like, oh, that's the theme song, cool. And then after a while, you're like, oh, come on, let that song be its own thing.
Well, I was first introduced to it as part of the Scream soundtrack
Okay.
when that one came out. But yeah, and like super creepy video too. There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure this is featured, it's in Dumb and Dumber too, which is just hysterical.
Well, sure.
Oh.
I had the very first thing that came to mind, and this is something that's lived in my central nervous system kind of, unchecked ever since I first heard it, and it is forever upsetting to me. And that's, of course, Celine Dion doing AC/DC.
Why?
Come on. Is there anything worse? Anything scarier? Anything creepier?
That is a good one. Well played.
Yeah, it's been upsetting forever. As a long time, like Celine Dion to me, that's like the old, like you see like the little cartoons of the little wounded bird walking down the street and it sees the squirrel and it sees a snake and it's like transfixed and can't look away.
Yeah.
And when I see Celine Dion, that's what I do. I'm like, always, any context, no matter what, talking, singing, anything she's doing, I can't look away. It scares me so much.
She's obviously got a world-class voice, but outside of that, her doing that song sounds like a really great wedding band.
It's
just not right. Everything's out of place.
That's very true. My internal algorithm says that's the scariest thing ever recorded. That's how that works. 651-989-ROCK. Let's load this bad boy up, shall we? Ryder, on the socials, we have several submissions.
Dude, I got one that's just getting me real fired up, and it is Ozzy's Bloodbath in Paradise from the No Rest for the Wicked. That is from Alistair.
Okay.
I really hope that's his legal name.
Alistair coming in with the dark.
Yeah.
Right on. The text line 651-989-ROCK. No shortage.
When we talked about goosebumps, we said it could be anything. It could be, creepy goosebumps or actually giving you goosebumps, which is where this one's coming from. Chris in Bloomington says, "My Hometown" by Springsteen hits really close to home. So I think he means literal goosebumps.
Right, sure.
Different take. I like that.
Okay.
Ryder's dad jumped in with a poignant one. Was working at the post office on 9/11 listening to "Burning Down the House" by Talking Heads. And KQ mentioned the Twin Towers were hit by planes. Still brings a creepy chill.
Sure. Yeah, that's definitely a moment that will immediately crystallize as that'll be in the front of my mind forever.
Yeah.
And, we can change. Let's change the tone, though. Wally says Tiptoe Through the Tulips by Tiny Tim. I think that's goosebumpy.
That falsetto and the ukulele, yes, I can see that as being creepy.
There's nothing comfortable about that ever.
Joshua wanted to submit the entire album of Pink Floyd's The Wall, but I told him doesn't work that way, and he chose Mother, which is also pretty creepy.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, just throw a dart at a Roger Waters song list, and something in there is going to creep you out.
Absolutely.
Make no mistake about it. 651-989-ROCK. We're loading up this mixtape. Lots of great suggestions and submissions, songs that give you goosebumps. Kind of got to start right here at the top of the mountain, side A. Let's kick it off with a little. This one came in from John. Tubular Bells. Oh, come on, Reagan. Spin around and vomit some pea green soup, why don't you?
There we go.
Yeah, boy.
That's the tone.
Yeah, those are chills.
Yeah. Somewhere out there, Linda Blair is still being looked at, and yes, it's me. Stop. Go back to your sandwich. That's a freaky one right there. The Man in Black coming in strong. Little Johnny Cash, Hurt.
Wow, that was submitted on the Luther Westside Volkswagen text line by Al.
No shortage of goosebumps with that one.
Oh, yeah.
How about a little Black Sabbath? Zero the Hero.
And how about this coinky dink? We just had Johnny Cash, and Zero the Hero was submitted by a guy named Cash.
Okay, fair enough.
Game on.
Right on, Cash. Oh, okay, here we go. Now we're talking little DOA Blood Rock. Yeah.
From Jeff?
It's a wild one.
Yeah.
It is.
Listen
the
to
car
that,
crash
just right
one.
there.
That's exactly what it is. Oh.
I mean, the guitars alone are
Yeah.
spine tingling.
I tried to move my arms, and there's no feeling. The precursor. I can't even do it. I'm not even going to go that way.
Okay.
I was about to turn that into a story about Def Leppard. Okay. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Here, let's go over to side B. That's a good side A. That's a strong side A.
It is.
Thanks to everybody. Alistair coming in strong with Ozzy's Bloodbath in Paradise.
Nice
Yes,
pick.
Alistair. How about this? What do we got here? Michelle with Sound of Silence.
From Simon and Garfunkel.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's haunting.
It's haunting. Sure
I
it
was
is.
more creeped out by the Disturbed version with David Draymond.
Right.
Ugh.
But
I was not a fan.
nor was I. No. Okay, interesting. Meatloaf, Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Yeah.
Goosebumps?
Yeah.
I guess that would be good goosebumps? If you're someone who's really into that whole vibe?
She did specify that when she was younger, it creeped her out.
Okay.
I guess so. You're alone in a car with a boy.
Well, could
I
be.
mean,
Sure.
she's got a point.
Here's a good one from Jason. Wind Beneath My Wings. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, it's
Hey,
creepy
man.
in its own way, that's for sure.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? Come on. Did you?
Me and my buddy used to always change the lyrics to, did you ever know that you could sing Figaro? Figaro.
Okay.
I don't know why.
No, I did.
Nonsense.
It's important.
Yeah.
What else have we
debatable.
got? Anything else? So we're going to throw one more from Joshua. That would be Pink Floyd's Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get this little creepy.
That'll wrap you up in a ball.
What a great song, too. God.
You know, Gilmore went to the studio on at least 3 occasions and was like, what are you working on? And then like, again? More? Can we not just have fun? Roger. No, we can't, David.
Yeah.
It's Pink Floyd, isn't it? What Beatles are we? Man, I mean, I love Pink Floyd, but every now and again, just open the window, dude. Get some fresh air in there.
You know what? No. If they open the window, they might jump out.
That's a very good point. Excellent point. That's a good, solid mixtape.
That really is, yeah.
Man, all right.
Got a little bit of everything.
Everybody, we've all outdone ourselves. Well done, everyone who contributed. We greatly appreciate it. It is Halloween week.
Hell yeah.
Friday night is the big night. Let's talk horror villains, shall we?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, there's been so many over the years that we all know and love, or fear and hate and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm curious who the greatest horror villains are. 651-989-ROCK. That's your talk and text line. Paul Fletcher, what comes to mind?
I gotta say, Pennywise freaked me out. Like,
Okay.
a few years back,
Sure.
I was like, I'm not a horror dude, right?
Yep.
And I was like, but it was such a cultural moment. It was a huge moment, that movie. I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. The wife and I sat down. Spoiler alert! It's been you know what? The statute of limitations has run out.
Go for it.
In the sewer drain,
Yeah.
the teeth.
Yeah.
That's when I was out. What is that? 90 seconds in?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't
I'm done.
think-
I'm done.
You didn't even get to like the opening credits, man.
Nope, freaked me out. I was done. I was over it.
That works. Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, well, you know what? He did the job. He just didn't get me to watch the entire movie.
I think of a lot of crazy villains over the years, these horror characters, but the ones that stick with me are the ones that aren't, it's not Michael Myers. I mean, scary as hell when I was a kid.
Sure.
Make no
Okay.
mistake. The original Halloween, which I snuck into as like an 8th grader or maybe a freshman, big mistake. I mean,
yeah.
it was
So
not
much.
comfortable when I was trying to go to sleep for the next month of my life.
Right.
But at the same time, even then I could go, well, this isn't realistic.
Right.
There's no way that this guy would continue to rise up and you can't kill him, etc.
Right.
So the people that really freaked me out, I was, not a kid when I saw a little movie called Misery.
Oh, yeah.
James
good
Caan
call. Yeah.
Is that the Kathy Bates one?
Kathy
Yeah.
Bates.
Okay.
Annie Wilkes was that character's name, and she was just a woman with a hammer and or an axe, I should say, or a sledgehammer. But that whole Mr. Man, I mean, she was just a crazy person that I've met people that I think are kind of like that.
Yeah.
You come across people and you're like, oh, I could totally see her kidnapping someone and breaking their feet to cripple them. I mean, it was very realistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing about that struck me as there's no way that could ever happen. I thought, no. I look around and I think about a third of us are all completely batcrap crazy. So sure, I can see it.
Sure, yeah.
That seems high.
It does seem high, doesn't it? It does. But those are the ones that really get under my skin. What about you, Ryder?
Oh, it's the creepy demon children, of course.
Yeah.
It's your children of the corn.
Children. Ooh, yeah.
It's the twins in The Shining.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Regan in The Exorcist.
That's a good point. Jack Nicholson in The Shining, pretty scary fella, but nothing on those twins.
No, yeah.
Even freaking Danny in The Red Rum. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's
He
really...
was not so innocent.
That's super fair because that's exactly why. It's that juxtaposition, right? The kids are supposed to be just pure and innocent, and
That's
then they
very
are
true.
they're
Pure
freaky
evil.
creeps. Yeah,
That's
well,
exactly.
those are. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes them so freaky. I'm agreeing with you.
Give us your most horrifying horror villain, 651-989-ROCK. That is the KQ Talk and Text line. Thanks to our friends at Luther Westside Volkswagen. A lot of texts are coming in.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
we've gotten a fair amount. I would say Candyman came in from Mark.
Candyman, sure.
Yeah, that one's creepy.
Yeah, I did see another one that I want to mention because as a kid, the monkeys in The Wizard of Oz, the flying monkeys. Don't think of
monkeys?
them as horror villains, but they were scary as hell.
Really?
The-
When the Wicked Witch melts at the end, they like hand the broomstick to Dorothy and are
Yeah.
all on her
And
side.
by that time, I'm still under the couch, freaking out at the evil flying monkeys. Ryder, come on! I said I was a kid. Give me a
Okay.
break.
John said the Devil's Rejects.
The Rob Zombie movie.
Sorry, I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
No.
No.
He did another one where, like, DJs turned into demons.
Okay, I'm going to give you the top 3. Here we go.
All
Ready?
right,
Let's
lay
do
it
it.
on.
This is from Entertainment Weekly's rankings. Number 3. Okay, we all know who we're talking about. Frankenstein's monster. Just call him Frankenstein. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Frankenstein.
We all know the doctor is. Frankenstein, the big fella.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
This
Sure.
would not make my top 3 or
Not at all.
probably not even my top 10.
It's a cartoon character.
You
I
can
mean,
run away from that guy.
Yes,
He's
he's not
slow as
moving
hell.
real fast.
He's
Yeah.
slower than Christmas. He's always around the corner. Number 2, I'm going to go ahead and say, Hannibal Lecter.
Okay, see, for me, this
All
is
right,
number 1.
There
Really?
they get it.
Yeah, because he's real.
Sure.
That's out there. That's a real thing. That freaks me out.
Well, it was definitely the greatest movie theater experience for people freaking out in my life was when I saw Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Valentine's Day, 1991, upon its release, the
Valentine's
day
Day.
it was
How
released.
Yeah.
With Rosemary. Yeah, we were in Chicago, a little night off on tour, and we went to see it. And in the final 10 minutes of the movie, when Clarice goes to the basement, people stood up and left the theater. And I don't mean
did
like
they?
2 or 3, a solid dozen people just left there, and they were muttering to themselves walking up the aisle. People were freaking out.
They had it.
Yeah, and I really and to this day, when that comes on and she puts on, or I should say, when Jim Gum, when he puts on those night goggles, that's terrifying, man.
The sound effects do it.
Still works.
Yes.
Yeah.
But number 1 on the all-time horror villains, I almost said Count Chocula. Count Dracula.
Oh, man.
Well, you almost
Really?
said Count Chocula because, again, it's like a cartoon character at this point.
But Count Dracula, I guess if
Dracula.
you're going back over time, Dracula's always been pretty good. But, at the same time, I just don't like him because he's a count. He's just like some billionaire dude in
Give him
Transylvania. It's like, of course you're sucking people's blood.
Yeah.
I get metaphor. It's like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
he's been around, the entire, this whole time, right?
Yeah.
Give him a Legacy Award or a Lifetime Achievement Award, not Scariest Villain.
I don't know. Yeah, because I'm trying to think of the
Where's
last time
Leatherface? That guy freaks me out.
on the list,
yes.
but a little farther down.
Okay.
But then again, also on the list, Godzilla. And come on, who's worried about Godzilla?
I'm not worried
Who's
about it.
worried about Godzilla? Everyone's worried about Godzilla.
That's actually a good answer. Okay, ask a stupid question, get a smart answer. That's how that works. Keep them coming, 651-989-ROCK. Let's not get into how much we love Halloween candy. Let's talk about all the candy that sucks.
Okay.
What's the least liked, most hated candy out there? We talked last week a little bit about candy corn, still leading the charge. Most
Oh,
lists
really?
you see.
Okay.
There's not a lot of love for candy corn out there.
All right.
Still.
Yeah.
But here's my surprising to me number 1. But apparently I'm the only one surprised by this. Licorice. When did licorice
Ooh.
become such a? It was just out. I don't know. As a kid, I loved licorice.
I'm not a fan of getting Twizzlers in the candy bag.
No, not at all.
No, thanks.
What about black licorice? Ooh.
Especially no.
Really?
Even though I like Jägermeister, which is weird.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
you like everything else that's black.
well, but black licorice doesn't give you that nice warm buzz, does it? No. I liked Jägermeister once. I liked it so much I can never drink it again. I've had it one time and I had a whole lot of it.
I met some Patron that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how it just takes one little sip to lead to a couple hundred more little sips, and then you never want it again.
Right.
That's how that works.
There's on this list that you've pulled up, Baby Ruth. I love those.
It's coming back. Baby Ruth's on the comeback trail.
Are they
Apparently,
really?
No, there's an uptick.
Nice.
People have rediscovered the Baby Ruth.
Why
bar.
is this on the list of most hated then?
No, it just says it's turning around. I mean, you've got a whole bunch of information here. Candy corn down, licorice down, Baby Ruth trending up.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Good
read that
deal.
far. I just saw Baby Ruth and panicked.
Marshmallow candies, generally speaking, trending down.
What's an example of a marshmallow candy besides Peeps?
I don't know because I never eat any of them.
Like those circus peanut things. But those are who does that anymore? I mean, nobody
Okay.
does that anymore, right? I mean,
Yeah, no.
Marshmallow.
Jerry Garcia always said the Grateful Dead. He said our fans are. It's like people with licorice. Most of them hate it, but the ones who like it really like it. It's like, wow, good self-awareness, Jer. Jer Bear was never kidding himself. I'll give him credit for that.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Tonight, Seattle Sounders coming to town. Game 1 of the MLS playoffs for Minnesota United. And on the horn with us right now is Manny Lagos, a man who needs no introduction to the soccer enthusiasts of the state of Minnesota. Manny, good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm actually outside of Allianz Field. I got a couple more spots this morning, and it is a gorgeous playoff day. Excited about it.
I imagine you are, as well we should be.
Yeah.
Quite a season, quite a roller coaster for the Loons. Late season, a bit of a drop. Do you think that was more a case of preparing for the playoffs, knowing we had locked in a spot, or is there anything there that's a little concerning going into tonight's game with Seattle?
Well, probably in all honesty, our transfer windows is where we kind of have our player movement globally. Don't always line up. And we did sell one of our best forwards, Tony Olashea, to Villarreal, a big team in Spain. And there was a little disruption. I think the level dropped a little bit in terms of Eric Ramsey, our head coach, was playing with 2 forwards. He's now playing a little bit more with a 1-forward system. We had a big win in San Diego with that. We're still had some, so it's up and down. But I would tell you, we have a week to prepare. We've had a great year, our best year ever in terms of amount of points. We could have finished anywhere from 1st to 4th, and we got 4th, and we're playing one of our nemesis, Seattle. So again, I'm excited. We've had a great week of training, and I think we're ready to get these playoffs off and running.
Nemesis Seattle, to say the very least. This is a team that generally has had our number. I know you're aware of that at all times. What about the kids in the locker room? Is they aren't thinking about the history with this as they head into tonight, are they?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, but also fortunately, I would say a lot of people, like our fan base, kind of talk like the Twins and Yankees. These are our Yankees. And the good thing is we swept them this year.
Right.
So our 2 games, we played them. And those were our first 2 regular season wins ever against Seattle in the MLS iteration. So I think we already kind of exercised those demons. So I think this is more now a great one for the media. It's a great one for our club in terms of they're a great organization. They are always a strong playoff team. They always do well every year. So I think it's a great challenge for us. But I really do think we match up well. And I think having home field and our great fans is a great advantage going into a game like this.
Manny Lagos is with us on Gorman in the Morning. You're a local guy. You are a part of Minnesota soccer royalty. Easy to say. Your dad's a coach. Your brothers played. You had an incredible career, both as a player and a coach. Was there ever a time, did you ever play another sport? Any Little League baseball over in St. Paul back in the day?
I was a big basketball player.
Okay.
So that was huge. I mean, I'm making you guys feel old, but even going back to kind of near this Allianz Field, which I'm at right now, which I just surreal. I remember as a little kid, my older brothers, we were in the backyard. I was super young, playing with Dave Winfield, the great crew of players in the neighborhood in St. Paul,
Nice.
and playing at St. Paul Academy as well. So
Fantastic.
I have 2 sports I really love, soccer and basketball, yep.
Oh, man after my own heart. Those were my 2. Manny, when you look back, go back to, say, teens, even early 20s, hell, even your early 30s. Could you have imagined the MLS being where it is now? It seemed like just such a pipe dream that we'd ever have soccer on this level in the States.
It's surreal. Obviously, I think we have one of the coolest stadiums in the league and here at Midway, and it's awesome. And I think about the Miami game this year, and we hosted the best player of all time, the Michael Jordan of soccer, who I just would have never imagined he would have played in this country, let alone in the Twin Cities. Amazing day. Fans showed up. Our fans are awesome. They really understand the sport. They know how to support it. They were there to see Messi, but they really wanted us to win. We had a great 4-1 win that day, although Messi did score. But just that, it's surreal. It really is. And the sport continues to build and grow. We're doing a great job of developing players. We're obviously signing players all over the world. Our roster, about 30 players, 20 are foreign. But it's a great mix of American and foreign players.
Manny Lagos is with us on Gorman in the Morning. All right, you had a fine career as a player. A lot of injuries, though, you fought through year in and year out. Right now, you wake up in the morning. I'm sure there's a little soreness here and there, but if we go on the field against live goalkeeping, I'm going to give you 10 PKs against the Loons starting keeper. How many are you burying?
I'm a pretty good PK taker, so that's a tough. I mean, to be nice, I'm going against probably the goalkeeper of the year, Dane St. Clair, starting national team Canadian goalie. I'm burying 7-ish, maybe, but that's still a good return by him.
I like that. That'd be nice. Just 7.
That would have been 10. That would have been 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so of course.
No. But you brought up a great point. Dane St. Clair, our starting goalie, is going to be huge for this series. Obviously, in playoff soccer, every little moment, every little play matters, and very similar to hockey where the goalkeeping is so important. And I think we really do have, it's still up there, but I think he will be goalkeeper of the year in the league. He's been unbelievable. He's become the starter for Canada and will be playing in the World Cup here in the U.S. this summer. So it's a pretty exciting kind of year for him and for the club.
Sporting director of the club, Minnesota United, Manny Lagos, with us on Gorman in the Morning. I can hear it in your voice, man. You're pretty pumped about this game tonight.
I really am. I am, and funny enough, I got to be honest with you, I am no longer the sporting director, which I was head coach and sporting director for 14 years. I now have a fancy title of Chief Development Officer, Senior Technical Advisor, so I get to work with the executive group, the owners, with our current sporting director. His name is Khalid El Ahmed. This is his second year. We have the youngest coach in the league, Eric Ramsey, who comes from Wales, actually worked with Manchester United before he came here. So I just think there's a lot of good things in the staff and even in my personal world. Like I said, you mentioned it. I grew up a mile from this stadium. It is one of the best sports atmospheres I've ever seen, and I love all sports. And it really is a special time, and it's hard to make the playoffs. The Chicago Fire lost last night, but they hadn't made the playoffs. They had a playoff win since 2012. They hadn't made the playoffs since 2017. They only had one other appearance in 2009. So, again, we have been a great club since probably 2019 of consistently make the playoffs. And I try not to, overthink it. I try to appreciate these days because they don't always come very often.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Manny, thanks for taking the time. We wish you guys all the best of luck moving forward. Appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the day.
Good on you, loons.
We'll see you.
Yes, vamos.
Hey, if you want to win a couple tickets, we can do that right now. Hey, how about this? Text the keyword loons right now to 651-989-ROCK for a shot to win those tickets. Sitting right here with us, Sean McPherson.
So nervous.
What's the French word for Renaissance man?
Renaissance garçon.
Garçon. Renaissance boy. Sean McPherson, you've done it all. What's left to do? Oh, a podcast.
Yeah, when you've done everything else, you do a podcast.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we're doing with CityCast Twin Cities.
CityCast Twin Cities. If anyone is unfamiliar with CityCast, explain, please.
CityCast is a national network that locates in different cities. So they've been in Nashville, Philadelphia, Chicago, Denver, Seattle, and they are launching right now Seattle and Twin Cities. So they put together a group of an executive producer, some associate producers, and a host. I'm the host of the CityCast Twin Cities. And it's an opportunity to create a daily podcast as well as a daily newsletter and social media content that really looks at the city from an insider's point of view, celebrates what's happening in the city, critiques what's happening in the city, and tries to cover it with the love and care that you can really only get when you got local people on the ground. And that's what they've been doing, and I couldn't be more excited for that to be what we're doing in the Twin Cities.
That's pretty great.
That's way cool.
It gives you a chance to talk about literally whatever gets your interest, whatever you think is worth noting. I mean, music, theater, politics, the whole thing.
Music, theater, politics, definitely, but a big push to try to cover what everybody's already talking about for one of the big stories. Because I think if you just, contemplate your own belly button and go, I want to talk about this play that I saw,
sure,
it's not going to capture that thing you want, which is for the city to be listening and to drive that conversation. So we've already been making practice episodes talking about the bike lane on Summit Avenue, talking about the mayoral, elections and all that, but also trying to do stuff that's a little bit, under the radar. So that combination.
Now, Sean, if we did contemplate your belly button, would there be anything in there? Lint in there? I mean, you keep it clean?
No, I mean, I keep it clean and it still smells bad. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yeah, sure.
Is it ever possible to have a fresh-smelling belly button? I've never experienced it.
Do you ever see somebody so rich you imagine that their belly button smells good? I am not that person, but sometimes, I shook Mariah Carey's hand and I was like, I bet her belly button smells better than my mouth.
Oh, no, somebody's keeping track of that.
Yeah.
You know what, though? Then you've got the juxtaposition of, Brad Pitt. I bet his belly button reeks, even though he's got all the money in the world. He just feels like that kind of a guy. He's grungy.
Well, listen, he's a hard-working man. I mean, don't kid yourself. He's got an agrarian mindset. He'll put his shoulder to the plow with the best of them.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why his belly button probably still stinks.
That's exactly right. Sean, when's the last time you picked up a bass, man?
I picked up a bass this weekend.
Nice.
I have a history as a bass player, member of Higher Specs, member of Big Trouble. But once a month, I still play with the instrumental group Big Trouble at White Squirrel. So picked up the 4-string, now with round wounds on it. I used to be a flat wound man, and now I'm a round wound man.
4 strings, or as I've always said, 2 more than you really need.
Okay.
But that's just me. That's just a drummer giving bass players a little kick to the shins.
2 more than you really need.
There are 2 that sound better. The low 2 strings sound better. I spend more time there. I understand.
Fine. Okay, all right. It's just listen. I'm just saying.
That's great.
So let's talk about this ever-growing family of yours.
Yes, I got an 8-year-old and I have a 5-year-old. And a lot of my experience as I've been being a father is that I am hitting that moment where I can actually think of my identity as more than just, oh my gosh, I'm a father all the time. I'm certainly still very active and connected as a father. But I was just talking with Fletcher. I have that opportunity to actually do some of the stuff I have to do for CityCast Twin Cities. Take in a play. I did pumpkin carving this weekend. I know that you guys have some differences of opinion about pumpkin carving. I heard it this morning.
Sure.
But I was at Bauhaus Brew Labs learning how to carve a pumpkin. And I was realizing I can go to some of these things with my children because you don't have to bring a million diapers. But on top of that, I can also discover more about the city because I don't have quite as demanding a life right at home, which is a blessing for something like CityCast Twin Cities.
So what did how did they teach you at Bauhaus as far as carving? What's the correct way to carve?
Okay, well, first, they were just very embarrassed to deal with me at all because I don't think I had held a saw ever. I was about to be like, I haven't held a saw as a kid. There's no way my mom or dad was letting me hold a saw. So,
well, now we're all embarrassed.
Okay,
using a saw?
Listen, I just want to be clear that I am a fancy boy. I am a Renaissance garçon.
Well, we knew that. That we knew.
Sure.
So I learned how to carve off the top of the pumpkin, and then I learned how to hold down. They give you a beater that you would use in a kitchen to get out the pumpkin guts.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I did not. I did cut off the stem. I did not cut off the butt.
So the beater just like
from behind
spins and gathers it all?
It is genius. And the woman from the Minnesota Tool Library was so proud. Kate was like, check this out. Watch how this works. And Ryder, you know about this? This is a good trick to get this
I didn't. No, I'm
okay.
Addicted to this one now because I've got a beater at home I could use.
And it's a beater on a drill bit. So it's like it is going for real. So.
Nice.
Now, did you go with just a straight up couple of eyes and a toothy grin, or did you really go for it and do like the Michael Jordan Jumpman logo? I mean, how intricate a design did you work in there?
I am so embarrassed to tell you how much of a company man I am, Gorman. I wrote CityCast on the pumpkin.
Oh, my God.
We did it for social media.
Wow.
How often does Gorman roll his eyes this deeply?
I mean, daily.
Okay.
You have an opportunity.
I'm on the show every day, so he rolls his eyes all the time.
You have an opportunity to really put your own personal, this is Sean McPherson on this day. This is what matters. And boom, you go right to the logo.
If you saw me holding the saw, Gorman, you would say, that's the best he could do. I'm glad he spelled it right. Like there was, I was not.
No injuries, no Band-Aids,
exactly.
no blood.
Yes, exactly.
Fair enough.
Here's the only thing I'm going to say about the blender action.
Okay.
That takes the crappy plastic scoop out of the kids' hands.
Yeah.
They got to earn it. You know what I mean? So I'm actually going back. At first, I thought that's a brilliant hack. No. Make the kids earn it with the scooper.
Yes, I never earned it with the scooper as a kid, and now I am cutting to the front of the line with the supported beater.
Sure.
Yeah,
right.
I'll make my kids handle the scooper.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Sean McPherson, bon vivant, in studio with us this morning on Gorman in the Morning. Let's talk about the Trivia Mafia, man. Still going strong.
Yes, I am the co-owner of Trivia Mafia, a company that has been going now for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And I am, primarily just a well-wisher, and I'm part of the podcast for Trivia Mafia, which is called No Brains, No Light Bulbs. My full-time job is CityCast Twin Cities. But it's awesome to be the owner of a company. As a drummer, you might not be familiar with this, but I can make money without going anywhere. And I feel like that is very rare because it's hard to come by mailbox money, especially in this world of music.
I'm oddly enough, people come here to watch me and listen to me play drums. It's amazing. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's not true at all. But what a wonderful world it would be if it were so. I found out that if you want to make money at drums, you got to be willing to move. You got to travel.
And you got to be behind the drum kit. But it's a beautiful thing to be able to play some bass and also work on this CityCast podcast and newsletter and have Trivia Mafia, something I can be supportive of, but I'm not at the bars every day.
So you are, where'd you grow up? Like neighborhood as a kid? Where were you?
So I was in Massachusetts until 10th grade and then Groveland in St. Paul, which is where I still live.
Okay, 10th grade. So you got here. Okay, so you had a full life before Minnesota that you remember. I mean, 15, whatever, 16.
Yeah, wow.
So plenty of things.
I had one girlfriend and one favorite movie or something.
Well, I was going to say, the lights had come on.
Exactly.
So, but then you get here. And then, so were you and you're a music fan, were you aware of like the music scene that the Twin Cities offered at that time?
Yes, like the two people I knew about before I got here was Prince and Lori Barbero, because I had a subscription to Spin, and they said Lori Barbero has a new record label, and I thought this was great. And when I got to town, I started going around and taking in all this music. And I was a huge Seattle music guy, and people were telling me, you're at the place that was kind of the Seattle of 10 years before.
Right.
So enjoy yourself. And I studied what was happening in the music scene here and started trying to be a part of it. And I'm very thankful that I've really been a part of it. My first times at KQ was when I was like 19 years old, hanging with Mae Young on a Sunday night, just across the hall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice, man.
Yeah, the local show.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
The local show for sure. So, let's talk sports. Did you jump on the bandwagons of all the local teams, or you still got some Massachusetts allegiance?
I have zero Massachusetts allegiance. I came here and I was too cool and snobby to be into sports. I thought it was way cooler to just be into music. And then my brother had a really cool run as a NBA-oriented writer, and he did a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
And anything my brother does, that's what I follow along in. So I am now a huge supporter of the Lynx and of the Timberwolves, and I follow that religiously. And I'm trying to be a baseball guy, and it's been great. I've watched almost all of the World Series, and I even watched a lot of the Twins this year, which was painful.
Kind of painful.
Yeah. You hit your mid-40s as a dude, and you're like, oh, maybe it's time to get into baseball, and I'm finding it.
I feel like
it's a good time to jump on just because of the rule changes in the last few years have made it much easier for a man of your stature and with your schedule to jump on board.
How often does he roll his eyes twice?
I'm just trying to make you sound great, man.
I'm just letting you know I can watch 35 minutes of baseball and see 3 innings, maybe more than that.
Pretty
and
incredible.
That's different than it was even 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, very different.
Yeah. Well, and if you can get through this season with the Twins, nowhere to go but up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I did, and I enjoyed myself. So I am looking forward to bringing more baseball into my life, but I'll be with the Wolves and the Lynx forever.
Well, I mean, if you're open, though, maybe I need to bring you to the Grand Casino Arena and expose you to some live hockey with a nerd hockey fan at your side.
I was in the same office as Fletcher for a couple of years, and you certainly are a hockey evangelist, and I would try it. It was enjoyable when you would corner me when I was just trying to warm up some soup, and I'd be hearing about the problems with the starting line. So.
You're making that up.
You call it hockey, he calls it schlocky. Whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sean McPherson's in studio with us on Gorman in the Morning. So Wednesday is the launch of this bad boy, the CityCast Twin Cities.
Yes, we've already been churning out the newsletter, but the actual podcast is coming out on Wednesday. We've been making them, but we've just been getting comfortable and getting to speed. But we released the first one on Wednesday, bright and early, for CityCast Twin Cities, and I'm just excited to share it with the city.
First rock concert you ever saw?
In Excess, Soup Dragons,
wow.
Hartford, Connecticut,
Holy
a place,
cow.
The Bowl.
What year are you thinking?
The X Tour for In Excess, so I don't know the year, but probably very early 90s, 90, 89, post-Kick, pre-whatever they did after that.
Anytime they come up, I say this. I saw them twice.
Yep.
Incredible live band.
Incredible live band.
They were ridiculously great, and I didn't expect that either time. I'd already seen them once. I thought they were great, and then I was like, well, they won't be that good this time. And they were just fantastic.
Really creative band, really interesting lineup, and Michael Hutchins, one of the great front people of all time.
Unquestionably. Really. And like all great Australian bands, the drummer's just a powerhouse back there.
Is that exclusively? Is there only good drummers out of Australia?
The ones you ever see, they just all hit hard, and they're just like all about like, I'm just going to dig a ditch, mate. You do the rest. And it's just like, wow, they just provide everything you need.
God, I've never heard, I'm just going to dig a ditch, mate. Like, that's the best.
Australian drummers are near and dear to my heart. I don't want to be near any of them.
Yes, understood.
But I appreciate the way they approach. I appreciate the way they approach the instrument. I met the drummer for Midnight Oil once, and I offended him greatly.
Oh, no.
Tell me.
We did a gig with them in somewhere in France in like the 90s, and we're just setting up before the show, and my drum tech had my drums over to the side of the stage, and this guy walked over to take a look at gear the way you do. See what this guy's playing, all right? You wander over, and you try to make small talk. And as he approached, I said to him, a la Ringo in A Hard Day's Night, I go, don't touch those. Don't even look at those. Get away from that drum kit. And he took me at my word and was like, oh, piss off, mate. And he turned around all in a huff and was out of there. And I was like, dude, it was a joke. And he never came back around, and I couldn't, I tried. Man. I saw him, and I was going to walk over and go, dude, I was just kidding around. And he just like talked to the hand. He had no time for me.
So, and is that why you manufactured that story about all Australian drummers being great to try to get back in their good graces?
No. He was fine. The singer, I got along fine with the singer, just as long as we're here. I saw him at the catering, and I said, "Hey, man, I've just got to ask you a question because that day on catering they were serving aubergine, which is eggplant."
Oh, thank you.
And I said, "I'm so confused about this thing in Australia. What's with all these aubergine land rights? Is there like an eggplant shortage?" And he looked at me for about 5 seconds, that big menacing 6'8" bald dude, and I thought, "Oh my God, he's about to slap me in the face." And then he burst out laughing, and I was like, "Whew, all right, 1 for 2."
Yeah, good.
I got. The drummer hates me. The singer got a laugh. It was all okay.
Yeah, that'll put you in the Hall of Fame. 1 for 2.
Did okay with that. Sean McPherson, dude, come by more often.
I would be happy to come by, and y'all are doing a great job. I love waking up. I love the music you're playing, and I also love the conversation. You guys are just starting as a morning show, but you have such great chemistry between the three of you.
No, please say more.
What I like is that, Gorman, you have a lot of great stories, and what I was explaining to somebody is I think because of the drummer side of your life, you don't sound self-aggrandizing. You always, if you were the singer of a famous band and you kept on yapping about all your famous stories, they would never be about like trying to grab eggplant with the singer from Midnight Oil. It would be like, oh, this party and that party. But there's something very blue-collar about the way you relate to the music world, even if you have, a very nice resume, and it works great in the morning because you got great stories.
Sean McPherson, a man of many talents, discernment chief among them.
Yes.
Just
absolutely.
Boy. Brilliant, Sean. Thanks, brother.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for letting me come on and talk about CityCast Twin Cities.
Best of luck. I don't feel like I have to say it because I know it'll be great.
Thank you.
Already bookmarked it.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Here's today's last word. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
This is already starting off way up here.
By any measure, one of the great comedies of all time. The TV show Monty Python's Flying Circus had wrapped up a few years before. They wanted to make a movie. They wrote a script. They could not get a single studio to bankroll them.
What?
They were told it's too edgy, it's too risky. We're just not sure if people want to see you in theaters on the big screen.
Wow.
So they had a small budget. They only needed like $300,000 to pull this thing off.
Okay.
They were limited. So, like, for instance, the cardboard castles, the coconuts in place of horse hooves.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that stuff that's really funny, it's because they just didn't have a budget. They had to make it on the cheap. And, of course, every line is quotable. There's not one wasted moment of that film. They did find 5 investors who stayed behind the scenes and were able to raise the $319,000, as it turned out, in 1975 to bankroll the film. Those faceless investors brought to the world something that otherwise would never have happened.
Right.
Their names were Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Genesis, Elton John, and Jethro Tull.
No way.
That's who financed that film.
Are you serious?
Nice.
So next time you're listening to Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Genesis, Elton John, or Jethro Tull, take a moment and go, oh, good music, but really?
Yeah.
Nice job bankrolling one of the great films of all time.
Yeah.
Wow,
also,
that's crazy.
Also, think I fart in your general direction.
That's exactly
Hilarious.
right. And then, of course, a few years later, when it was time to make Life of Brian, we all know the story that George Harrison said, oh, yeah, well, I really want to see this made. And they were facing similar concerns. And then George said, well, for this one, we have a real budget. We need like $4 million. And George goes, oh, well, here you go. And paid for it. And then they found out after they paid him back that he had mortgaged his house.
Oh, no way.
That's right.
Oh, crazy.
So anyway, the point of this is Monty Python had the coolest friends on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
How about that?
No, that's mind-boggling.
Yeah, I love all that. I just like the idea of like, I don't know, maybe call Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin going, okay, yeah,
sure. What do you need?
Here you go, boys.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on Gorman in the Morning, we're going to have a little something called WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, and it is Riders Edition. I'm already looking forward to that. Fletcher, what's happening next?
Here's the thing. We've only got a few days left of the 5K a day giveaway. So I've got 2 keywords for that for $1,000.
Nice.
Also, I know that the season hasn't started off the way we've wanted to, but going to a Wild game is still pretty darn fun.
Yeah, it is.
I got tickets for the Wild this midday as well.
Well, there's no reason to do anything other than keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.